where they wanted 500 grand, I believe. Yeah, 500 grand. I'm gonna offer them 200 grand in Yelovich and see what they say. Probably gonna get told where to shove that offer, but you can only do what you feel like you're able to do. And let's sim ahead a little bit more. Fingers crossed I'll get some offers back or some answers to my inquiries and my scouting back. And maybe even Ahmed Musa. But no. Found all he can over there. I'll deal with that at a later point. They want 6.8 to let Musa go. 500 to let Danny Ings go. West Ham's been moved. They wanted 6.8 for Ahmed Musa. That could be a bit of a problem. How much is Yelovich getting paid? Because if I like straight up changed it so it was completely on the wages, Yelovich 40 grand. That's how much Musa wants or will want. So if I just completely put every last penny into the transfer budget and see what they... Nah, they ain't gonna accept that. They ain't gonna accept that. No way. And then we got the Burnley deal. You know what? Just because I don't like Yelovich due to his speed and his stats like that, and Danny Ings is a great English player. I apologize to the guy that asked me to check out Musa, but I've checked him out, and unless someone comes to me with a like crazy offer for one of my players, I'm just not going to be able to afford to buy him. But now we've got the match against QPR, and fingers crossed we can get through this relatively quickly. This is the opening game of the season, or the first game of the season, whichever way you want to put it. And I think, you know what, I might actually give Ihan a start this game, simply because Dawson's not been playing the best. I might also start Snodgrass over Ben Arfa, because he's not been playing the best. None of them have actually been playing that well. So, you know what, I think that this might be the team I'm going to run. So yeah, let's just dive straight into this one here and hopefully come away with our first win of the season. Oh, and if you haven't noticed that I don't make many subs, it's simply because of the stupid 15-minute recording times that I get allowed, or the people get allowed, when they do PS4 direct recordings, which means basically if I end up using substitutions, chances are I'm gonna run out of time and the episode's gonna be it's gonna not be as good, because half the starting stuff is going to be recorded over, because I know what it's like. If you... Oh, got him there. Damn it. Yeah, if you record over the 15 minutes, it ends up taking away from the recording at the start of the game, and basically every second you go over, it takes away from the start instead of the end, or instead of just stopping the recording altogether. Chip it through to Abel Hernandez, but he was unable to control it there. Muscle him off. Huddlestone, Ramirez to him. Through to Yelovich. Oh, and Yelovich was unable to get the ball there, which is a little bit unfortunate, but we'll probably be able to get another chance at some point. El Mohammadi to Yelovich. Back to Huddlestone. Let's give it to Livermore. Now this episode, you know what, I might, out of all teams in the league, instead of going with the alphabetically, I'm going to start with the interesting teams and leave the teams that I don't have much to talk about until last, in the hopes that at some point something's going to happen one week and it's going to give me something to talk about. So the teams like West Brom, the teams like Leicester, teams like that, where others might have some interesting things about them to talk about, but at the moment I'm not seeing much that I can actually get in an engaging conversation about. Got fouled there, but apparently not gonna get called there. So yeah, the team I'm going to talk about this episode is the team that is chasing my team for second place at the moment, or for first place at the moment. And that, of course, is Southampton. Now, Southampton has really been probably the biggest surprise of the entire season, or the entire season so far, because everyone thought that once they ended up selling their best players like Lallana, Shaw, Lovren, etc., that they were going to have a really hard time of it, but in came Ronald Koeman and made some pretty inspired signings, you know, and now they're in second place, and they have, I think they've got the best defense in the Premier League at this moment in time from the stats, or that's what people are saying from the stats. So yeah, they've had a couple of great signings. Dusan Tadic, I believe it's pronounced, is one of them. Then you've got players like Graziano Pella. Let's try and pass it out of here. Couldn't quite cut it through there. Yeah, and Koeman, I think it was within weeks of him getting the job at Southampton and starting to do well, people were already talking about him getting the job of managing the Dutch international team. And the good news for the Southampton fans, he's got in the net. The good news for the Southampton fans is he's told them that he doesn't want to manage them just yet. Maybe at another point, but he's not going to leave the Southampton fans in the lurch like that. He's going to wait, see how things pan out, and then maybe at a later point, if he has to leave at some point for any reason whatsoever, he might take over that job if it's still available, and if they still want him. Slip that through there, unable to get that. One of the interesting things at the start of the season was that when they ended up bringing in a player from Inter, I believe it was, I can't remember the name of the player, but there was a player from Inter that they brought in, and he immediately left because he was getting homesick, apparently. That's what people have said. He was getting homesick, and because of that, he couldn't stay at the club. It's the end of the first half now, still 0-0. So yeah, they kind of lost one of their players that they brought in, who was looking as though he could have been a promising player, and they've somehow managed to hold on without any trouble from that. Also, this season they've had been linked with a couple more of their players going. Players like Rodriguez, I believe, was one of them. I think Klein and Wanyama and Schneiderlin have been the three others that have had the most speculation about leaving. Another one of the inspired signings Ronald Koeman has made is a great young English, or semi-young English keeper, Fraser Forster from Celtic. He was saying that he was only going to go to Southampton if Celtic fell out of Champions League football, and then he did, and when Celtic did, and they kind of got back into it briefly, I believe. I don't think they're still in this Champions League now, but they got back into it briefly, and then they dropped out yet again. Wow, fingers crossed this cough goes soon. So yeah, he's currently had the most clean sheets by any keeper in the Premier League, and him being an English keeper, that's looking pretty good for the future of English football, you know, especially the Southampton system. You know what? Yeah, I'm just going to talk about Southampton in general. Oh, that should have been a foul. Oh my God, this referee is blind. That should have been a foul. Yeah, Southampton has got a absolutely outstanding youth system, or a youth academy, and they have produced some of the world's best players, or some of the world's best upcoming players as well. They produced Shaw, Lallana, they produced Gareth Bale. I think they also produced Walcott, and players of their caliber. they have really done brilliantly, but it's just they don't know what to do once they've created the players. It's like with Bale, they had to sell him because he wasn't playing well for them, but now he's gone on to Real Madrid, and he's one of the world's best players. So yeah, he's one of the few not English, but British players that's abroad. I'm kind of like having to like dip around because there's nothing I can do here. Don't mind me, I was just choking there for a brief second. Not done too badly this game. Not really much left to talk about. I mean, Pablo Osvaldo, he had to go out on loan because he was getting in multiple fights. He was kind of the bad boy of the team, and he was like, they couldn't cope with him. Most teams have one. I mean, Chelsea, we've got Ramirez, you've got Joey Barton at QPR, you've got let me think about the other players. Oh no, please no, just put it wide there. One-on-one with a keeper practically, because my players were nowhere near, and he's fluffed the shot. So yeah, now that I'm pretty much done, I believe, with talking about Southampton, there's not much left to talk about. All I can really do is now just get on with the rest of the game and hopefully come out with a win at the end of it. Huddleston, the Afro getting in there. I have to put that back for Hernandez, back to Jelavic. Jelavic trying to break away here, getting away. And goal, there we go. It is Abel Hernandez's first goal for Hull City, and it might be the deciding factor. Most people may call that a sweaty goal, but when it's in a career mode against a legendary computer, there was not much that you can actually do. I don't pull goals like that online, but when it's against a legendary computer, there's no choice, to be honest. You gotta be willing to do what others aren't to get the win. It's kind of a ruthless attitude. There we go. Got that, give that to Hernandez. Through for Jelavic. Kind of on the ball, and it's got stolen away, damn it. There we go, full time, 1-0, first game, first win of the entire season, actually. So yeah, Hernandez didn't get man of the match, Jelavic got man of the match, and that's probably deserved by the stats there. And yeah, that was a pretty decent game, I guess. We won it in the last, like, couple of minutes, so all in all, pretty decent. Jelavic, another offer coming in for him, also an offer for Maguire. He's going out on loan because he's a player I'm not going to be using much. West Ham, I'm going to tell them, give me 3.1 mil. If you can give me 3.1 million for Nikita Jelavic, you can have him. I don't care if he got man of the match last game. He's not my style player. He's just a little bit too slow, and it's not going to work out. He will be this Danny Ings. He is going to be a crucial first-team player if he moves to our team, and that is what I'm going to tell him. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and tell your friends about the channel, because that's the only way that this channel is able to grow, due to it being a small channel at the moment. You guys have been awesome. I mean, I'm now on 11 subscribers, I believe, and in just, I think it's 10 days and 11 subscribers, that's not bad, you know. You guys have just been the driving force behind the channel. You guys are the channel. That is what I'm trying to get across to you. So yeah, also follow me on my Twitter, my Facebook, and my other, like, stuff, my Twitch, and I'm happy to talk to you guys. Anyway, that was episode 6, I believe, of the Hull City career mode. Thanks for watching. I've been Anzantos. You guys have been awesome. Stay cool, guys.